There is something wrong with you, and it might be that you're too intelligent. I know that sounds backwards, but stay with me. If you've ever felt too much, thought too much, or never quite fit in, this video is for you. What I'm about to show you has been confirmed by Harvard, Stanford, and Oxford psychology labs. High intelligence is not just a gift, it is a double-edged weapon, and nobody ever taught you how to hold it. By the end of this video, you will understand yourself in a way nobody has ever explained to you. 7 signs, each one more accurate than the last. Let's begin and pay attention because this will change how you see yourself forever. But first, I need to tell you something the school system never did. Intelligence, as measured by IQ, is one of the most misunderstood concepts in human psychology. Society tells you high IQ means success, confidence, and a perfect life. The reality is almost exactly the opposite. Highly intelligent people suffer at rates far above the average population. They are more prone to anxiety, overthinking, isolation, and self-sabotage. And the cruel irony is their own brain is what traps them. This is what psychology calls the gifted paradox. The more capable your brain, the more ways it finds to destroy you, unless you learn these 7 signs and how to reverse them. Let me show you who you actually are. IQ is not just how fast you solve math problems. IQ measures the speed, depth, and complexity of your neural processing. A high IQ brain processes 40% more information per second than an average brain. That sounds like a superpower, but processing more information also means processing more pain, more doubt, and more fear. The prefrontal cortex of high IQ individuals is hyperactive. It never fully shuts off. This means high IQ people literally cannot turn off their brain at night. Research from the University of Michigan shows high IQ correlates with higher emotional sensitivity. You feel more, you notice more, and that is both your greatest gift and your greatest burden. Now, let's identify whether this is actually you. If 4 or more of these signs apply to you, your brain is operating at an extremely high level. And if all 7 apply, you are fighting a battle that almost nobody around you can understand. Sign number 1. Sign number 1, you cannot stop thinking, even when you desperately want to. A conversation ends and you replay it 47 times in your head. A decision comes up and you run through every possible scenario before choosing. You have thought about your own thinking and wondered if something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. This is called metacognitive hyperactivity, and it's a mark of genius. Researchers at King's College London found that high IQ is directly linked to higher rumination rates. Your brain is not broken, it is simply processing at a level most people cannot comprehend. The problem is not the thinking, the problem is you have no system to direct it. A racing mind without direction is a supercar without a steering wheel. We will fix this, but first let's confirm the second sign. Sign number 2. You get bored so fast it physically hurts. You start projects with explosive energy and abandon them before they're done. You've been called inconsistent, uncommitted, or flaky your entire life. But the truth is, your brain requires novelty to function. Psychology calls this neophilia, the neurological craving for new stimulation. Your dopamine receptors are wired differently. They need more stimulus to activate. This is not laziness, this is a neurological signature of a high-powered mind. The solution is not to force yourself to enjoy boring things. The solution is to gamify, rotate, and engineer novelty into everything you do. When your brain has novelty, it performs at an extraordinary level. Sign 2 confirmed. Sign 3 is the one that will hit hardest. Sign 3. You are your own most brutal critic. You finish something and immediately see 20 ways it could have been better. You hold yourself to standards that no other human being could realistically meet. And when you inevitably fall short, you collapse inward. This is called maladaptive perfectionism, and it is clinically tied to high cognitive function. Your brain sees the ideal version so clearly that anything less feels like failure. Average people cannot even see the gap you're suffering over. This perfectionism causes you to delay starting, delay publishing, delay living. Done is better than perfect, but your brain refuses to accept this. The reframe, your perfectionism is high standards, not self-punishment. Channel it towards setting extraordinary standards for others, not destruction of yourself. 3 signs down, 4 to go, and it gets deeper from here. Sign number 4. You have always felt like you exist on a different frequency from everyone around you. Small talk feels like torture. Surface conversations drain you. You crave depth, and most people simply cannot go there with you. You've had friendships that felt hollow and couldn't explain why. Psychology calls this intellectual isolation, and it's one of the heaviest burdens of high IQ. You are not antisocial, you are selectively social, and there is a massive difference. One real deep conversation fuels you more than 100 shallow social events. Stop forcing yourself into rooms that don't match your frequency. Find one person who thinks like you, and you will feel less alone than you've ever felt. 4 signs, 3 remain, and the next one explains everything about your emotional life. Sign number 5. You've sabotaged yourself right at the moment of success. You were about to win, and something in you pulled the emergency brake. This is not weakness. This is the psychological phenomenon known as fear of success. High IQ individuals fear success because they deeply understand all the new problems it will create. Average people don't see the complexity ahead, so they charge forward without hesitation. Your intelligence shows you the full chessboard, and that can paralyze you. The antidote: act before your brain finishes analyzing. Clarity comes from motion, not from more thinking. The brightest people in history were action-biased thinkers, not paralyzed analysts. You have been using your intelligence as an excuse not to start. Stop planning, start executing, adjust as you go. 2 signs left. These final 2 will explain everything about your emotional life. Sign number 6. You feel things at a depth that seems unreasonable to everyone else. A piece of music hits you like a physical force. An injustice in the world keeps you up at night even when it doesn't affect you. A harsh word from someone can echo inside you for years. Psychology calls this overexcitability, and it's documented specifically in gifted individuals. Dr. Kazimir Dabrowski studied gifted individuals for 40 years and found 5 types of overexcitability. Your emotional intensity is not a flaw. It is your antenna tuned to a frequency others cannot receive. The greatest artists, leaders, and creators in history all shared this exact trait. Don't numb yourself to fit in. Calibrate yourself to create. One final sign. This one explains why you never feel good enough. Sign number 7. You have achieved things and still felt completely unworthy of them. You were terrified that one day everyone will realize you've been faking it. This is imposter syndrome, and research shows it affects 70% of high achievers. The higher your intelligence, the clearer you see your own gaps. Average people don't see their own gaps, so they feel more confident. This is called the Dunning-Kruger inverse effect. Knowing more creates feeling less. Your self-doubt is evidence of your intelligence, not evidence of your inadequacy. The most dangerous people in the world are confident fools, not doubtful geniuses. Replace "I don't deserve this" with "I am still learning, and that is the point." All 7 signs confirmed. Now, here is what you do with all of this. Your intelligence has been a burden because nobody taught you to weaponize it. Overthinking becomes strategic thinking when you give it a problem worthy of it. Emotional intensity becomes creative power when you give it the right channel. Perfectionism becomes mastery when you aim it outward instead of inward. Boredom becomes innovation when you stop fighting your need for novelty and start feeding it. Imposter syndrome becomes humility, the exact trait that makes the greatest leaders great. You are not too much, you are exactly enough, and the world needs what only you can build. The question was never whether you were smart enough. The question was whether you understood yourself well enough to use what you have. Now you do. Use it. If this video described you, subscribe, because everything on this channel is built for minds like yours. Your mind is not your enemy. It never was. It was just waiting for someone to explain the rules.